All right, hi there, Eniola. This is Michael. I'm in the middle of listening to your pronunciation pretest for vowel and consonant sounds. And here's what we know. You got a pretty strong non-native speaker accent, no doubt. So here are the lessons you want to focus on most. Lessons 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, and also lesson number 23. All right, now I'm going to listen to your response to the questions in Part B.
Talking about my educational background, I have a bachelor's degree in pharmacy from my country, Nigeria.
Yeah, thank you for making this recording. You did a really clear, very loud recording, so it makes it very easy for me to hear what you're saying.
I also have a master's degree in public health here in the U.S.
Okay.
Currently, I am a first-year PhD student in the U.S.
First-year PhD student.
Yes, as well. As regards my work history, I have worked in my country as a pharmacist, first with a pharmaceutical company.
Now, I wouldn't say I have worked in my country. You're talking about something that you did in the past. You're no longer there. So I would say I worked in my country as a pharmacist. I would use a simple past there if you're no longer doing that right now.
For about 2 years, then I moved on to the hospital to work as a pharmacist for...
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
That's about 3 different hospitals.
Yeah,
one at the...
It would be better to use the simple past there.
Federal, one at the state, another specialist hospital. I worked as a pharmacist there. Then,
okay.
Since I moved to the US, I have not been working, but I've been working on campus, mostly as a graduate assistant or research assistant to professors.
Okay.
It is important that I improve my speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English, mainly because I'm in the process of writing my pharmacy license exams, and I need to get a high score in speaking. I need to get at least 26, but I will raise my target higher to be 28.
Wow, man. So you have some language use issues, maybe with verb tense, so you have to be careful about that. You also have some pronunciation problems that you're working on. This is tough. This is going to be hard. So the best thing you can do right now, get as much exposure to English as you can. Watching movies, listening to the radio, talking to native speakers, reading a lot. Everything that you do right now is focused around English. It's going to be hard. 28 is tough. That's not easy to do at all. You got to be pretty much perfect.
Since I noticed that with your program it's possible for people to get 30 over 30, but I would be glad if I can get that, but I need to pass so I can move on with my licensure process.
I would say licensing process.
Secondly, I like to communicate with my roommates and friends.
And do a lot of that, as much as you can, all day long.
Comfortably, without thinking too much about it, and especially without having to repeat myself 3 to 4 times over. Secondly, I like to communicate with my roommates and friends.
I need to check the pronunciation of a certain sound here.
Comfortably, without thinking too much about it.
So without thinking, you're almost there, but not quite. Make sure with the TH sound, Eniola, you want to put the tongue in between the T, so without thinking.
And especially without having to repeat myself 3 to 4 times.
Yeah, interesting enough, without having, so you don't pronounce the H when it's in the beginning of the word, so you want to work on that, so without having.
Times over, it really makes it stressful and sometimes feel boring. Sometimes I don't want to speak up because I wonder if I will pronounce the words very well, or if they won't get what I'm saying just because of how I'm saying it. Also, I like to do public speaking, or really speak up, but many times I don't want to do that because of how I sound or how sometimes I feel people don't really understand what I'm saying.
You're pretty intelligible. I'm going to give you an intelligibility score for the most part, but I can understand majority of what you're saying, and that's good. I can understand 99.9% of what you're saying. So it's not a question of understanding what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. It becomes a little distracting with your accent, but it doesn't really, in my opinion, it doesn't hurt your intelligibility that much.
Because of how I'm saying it, apart from how I'm expressing myself. So it's important that I improve my speaking and pronunciation.
Again, so how I am. So work on pronouncing. I want you to work on pronouncing the H when it's in the beginning of the word. How. The exception is a word like ours. We don't pronounce the H there, but in most cases we do pronounce the H when it's in the beginning of a word.
Abilities of American English. We discuss, as I said earlier, I hope to get
As I said earlier,
an excellent score in speaking, and to be able to continue with my pharmacy licensure process. But this is like the second stage. I still have about 3 more stages to go.
Okay.
I need to get going. Hopefully with your program I'll be able to do well and be able to tell some of my friends out.
I keep my fingers crossed. So it's going to be tough. What you have to do is, it's not the funnest thing in the world, but you have to start sending me speaking practice tests every day. That's going to be important for you. Okay?
Probably also need it, actually. Thank you very much.
All right, so thank you for completing this pronunciation pretest. All right, so what do we have? A high beginner speaker is 1.1 out of 7, and a near native speaker is 7.0 out of 7, according to my intelligibility and speaking diagnostic pretest. I'm going to give you a score right now. I'm going to put you at about 5.0 out of 7. So you're very high level. You're not exactly there yet for 28 points, but that's part of my job, is to help you solve whatever those problems are so that you can speak more clearly, you can have better control of your language use, and you can improve how you structure and develop your ideas. All right, so thank you for completing this pretest, and don't forget, remember, I work as hard as you work. So if you send me speaking practice every day, I give you feedback every day. If you send me no speaking practice, you get no feedback. So the harder you work, the harder I work. And together, if you work hard, I'm confident that you will be able to solve your problems, hopefully in about a month. I think 30 days should be enough for you, but you got to work hard and follow my instructions. I'm going to give you a lot of instructions about a lot of different things you want to do. Now remember, I already told you what videos that you want to focus on right now. So you want to go through those videos and practice reading out loud the information that you see in those videos, and that's one of the first steps to helping you reduce your non-native speaker accent. All right, and thank you for doing the pretest.